Good morning. Letter 96, I think we're up to. I know I haven't done this in a while. I've been very busy surviving here. Stupid pandemic. And my next chapter has to be my 25-year career as a children's party entertainer. I mean, it's going to be long, and I'm still formulating it in my mind. How do you tell that story? That's going to be a long one. But in the meantime, I was speaking with a friend this morning, Frank, my think tank, and I told him I have some new theories on everything, and he said I'd love to hear them, and I said, you know what, maybe I'll just write them down. So thanks, Frank. I just been writing for an hour on my counter grief anxiety theory. So I'm just going to read what I said. If I make a mistake, I'm just going to keep going because that's what I do. And you're going to hear the page turn and the dogs bark. Tough. So my counter grief anxiety theory. So if I could make this a movie, opening scene is me, Bob, trying to just relax and watch SpongeBob cartoons on TV in my recliner. Now, I know grief and anxiety will be knocking at my door as soon as something reminds me of my late lost love, my son Rob, pictured here. Everything reminds me of him. My first thought every morning, sometimes even in my pre waking last dream, see overachievement. I can't wait to get started. If I'm not early, I'm late, BA. And my last thought of the night, as soon as I close my eyes, thought flood. So I turn it off and I try to count the 61,000s, just focusing on the numbers, big white numbers I imagine sitting on sand, and any invading thoughts, and I start over at one. Sometimes I imagine the numbers upside down to better concentrate on them. I rarely make it to 61,000s before I fall asleep. Only a few getting to 60s can I remember. Then I start over at one. Turning the page. Everything crumbling down as usual. Hold on. Pain in my ass. So very rarely do I even get to 60 before I fall asleep. And Rob is many thoughts, reminders throughout the day. I loved and looked after this son so much. My sons knew and know me more than anyone besides my love partner Lee. We had a million private jokes, at least. I taught them there's humor in everything, and their personalities fed that too. We see humor, we would see humor and could share it in a raised eyebrow to each other. Didn't need words like that species of monkeys that communicates only through facial expressions. So, all day, every day, I'm prompted to think of my sons. Ja, I adore. He's great and doing well. He's my pride and joy. Rob thoughts, though happy, bring the wall of grief and sadness and what could have been anxiety, pain in my ass. A shrink told me one time, you need the grief and the sadness. I repeat, you need the grief and the sadness. They're your mind's defense mechanism against going insane. Welcome them. I shared that with somebody else that was grieving, and they had immediate, immediate angry report to that. Welcome them. Fuck them. I will not welcome them. Well, um, that's a big nut. But look at the alternative, insanity, for real. Okay, so I welcome them, but on my terms and conditions and timetable. So, back to SpongeBob. Not likely. So, I've addressed Rob Thoughts first thing every morning. I always say, I love you, Rob, and I'll never forget. He was amazing. He was a Renaissance boy man and Couldn't have got more amazing. I was blessed to have him just 25 years. I'll be forever sad and mad that he's not here, but I try to live on. Even though I know his spirit is sad and his spirit is mad. No one's more pissed about this than him. Disappointed, and part of him would want me furious and sad. He had his demons too. But I know the hope, the goodness in him. He had a lot, would try. He had a lot of goodness in him, and he would try to override his pride. And after I've cried and screamed, he would want me to live on and help his little brother, Jeremy Paul Aratakis, and be Bobby Apollo, my stage name. He loved that because, like me, he likes stuff that's over the top, don't care what people think attitude. One time he viewed me online playing congas at a live feed studio, and he commented, "That's my pops on the conga." Oh, how I cherished that moment. Rob didn't like to expose much, but that slipped out beautifully. That'll be another grief-fighting tool for me. That thought. Thanks, Rob. Turn the page. So, I'm trying to relax and watch SpongeBob, but I know grief and anxiety and more tough thoughts will be knocking on my mind's door. I just invented that, BA, mind's door, any minute. So I have my thought receptionist, just invented that too. I have my thought receptionist by my mind's door. Let's call my receptionist Bobby McGee, just to be weird. It's my mom's maiden name. And you know, the original Bobby McGee was a female that Chris Christopherson wrote about. Janice flipped it to the male, but so Bobby McGee is my receptionist. Female, male, them, they, were, are, whatever she wants to be, he wants to be. Bobby McGee is my receptionist because nothing's going to get past the McGee. They're tenacious. Very soon into SpongeBob, there's a knock at the door. On my mind's door. It's sadness. Rob's not here to share this moment with me. Now here's the gist. If it's a movie. Receptionist Bobby McGee says, "Morning, Sadness. What can we do for you?" Sadness says, "Oh, it's such a sad morning. Hello, I'd like to visit with Bobby and make him sad." McGee, "Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. Bobby knows he needs you to stave off lunacy. But you came at a bad time, you see. Bobby already addressed you first thing this morning. He noted your existence, your motives underlying and surface, and respects your assistance with the counter lunacy help. He thanks you so much, but right now he's trying to help himself by watching a favorite cartoon, so you'll have to take a seat and wait." Moment of embarrassing silence. Ready? Sadness sniffling. "Oh, that makes me even sadder." McGee, "You don't say." Sarcasm, second language. "Well, no crying by the door. Have a seat, please." Sadness says, "No, I can't wait. I'm too impatient and sad." McGee, "Well, you'll just have to try again tomorrow, won't you?" Evil eye, third language. Sadness, "Oh, that's so sad." McGee, Yeah, we know. Sad, we get it. We were sad earlier, but now we're past it for now, and we have stuff to do. So bye-bye. We'll see you another day. Sadness sniffling out the door. Okay. Now, what did Patrick just say? Knock, knock, Bobby. Grr. McGee, I got it. Who's there? Anxiety says, Anxiety, McGee. Hey, you just missed your partner. Sadness just left. What do you want? Anxiety. Yeah, Sadness just texted me that Bobby's available. I'd like to make him anxious then. McGee. Oh, I'm so sorry you were misinformed. Sadly, Sadness, was mistaken. Bobby's not available right now, you see. He wakes up expecting you from thought worry 1. Did I sleep long enough? Because if I didn't, how will I make it through the day? Anxiety thoughts. You see, Bobby's ready for those anxious thoughts, and he counters that with wishful thinking. To you, your evil cousin. But to him, your counterpunch thought. What if today's the best day ever, no matter how much sleep I got? Nothing will stop the best day ever, says SpongeBob. Even the only thing that can take away from that is you, Anxiety, and your like buddies. So excuse us, you might be interrupting the best day ever. So you'll have to take a seat. Anxiety says, I can't. I'm too anxious. McGee. Well, off you go then. Try again another day. And try and relax. You're all sweaty. Hidden digs, a 4th language. Anxiety exits. And so McGee stays at her post all day and night, acknowledging the emotions knocking, addressing them, talks them down to manageable levels, makes them wait. They all seem to be impatient and would rather try another day. McGee snickers. Bobby relaxes watching SpongeBob. Opposite day. My Rob and Jer's favorite SpongeBob episode. They'll be back in the door in 5 seconds. I gotta go watch. Peace. Love.